While Nintendo would rely on franchise staples such as Mario, Zelda, and Animal Crossing during the Wii U's lifetime, they also attempted to establish more to help sustain their future. Some were great successes, such as nabbing exclusivity for Bayonetta 2, while others misfired, such as helping finish the long-gestating Devil's Third. Splatoon would perhaps prove their most curious expedition, seeing the company attempt to make a mark on competitive shooters, albeit with Nintendo's own inimitable style. Their first effort proved mostly successful, as its unique concept and sturdy mechanics made for good fun. However, it can feel like a test run at points, rather than the fully furnished article, and likely won't appeal to solo players. Splatoon would mark Nintendo EAD's first attempt at a third-person shooter, but rather than following the spate of cover shooters popular in the 2010s, this one sees you spreading colourful ink in 4 vs 4 matches. It must be said this game handles well for a first effort, running at a consistent clip and feeling tight to aim and shoot. Gyro aiming is on by default through the gamepad, and it works well, though it is optional if you find it uncomfortable. As players take control of Inklings, they can travel both on foot and in squid form under your team's ink. Both feel great, with the latter allowing for speedy travel if you create a path out of ink, and even manoeuvre up walls. Maps feel well designed around this mechanic, with clean walls allowing you lateral movement. While you can take out enemies by shooting them, it feels remarkably creative that matches focus on territorial spraying rather than simply destroying foes. It helps that the presentation is as colourful as the ink you shoot. Levels are bright, lively and detailed, transforming remarkably well as you spray ink, especially when opposing teams cause colours to mix. Characters are expressive, with particularly humorous defeat animations, and customization allows you to add a personal touch. Even the hub area, which showcases multiple shops and other players in the lobby, feels alive and endearing. The audio shines even brighter, with a fantastic soundtrack comprised of energetic punk tracks, retro throwbacks, and great themes for victory, defeat, and even lobby waiting. The splats of gunfire, sliding through ink, and character grunts all work well too. Splatoon's cheerful style is reminiscent of games like Jet Set Radio, and it felt refreshing compared to so many grey third-person shooters of the time. Despite holding all the tools for a true success, there are sadly some parts of this game that feel lightweight. It's worth stressing that this is primarily a multiplayer endeavour, though there is a single-player campaign present. This sees you working with Captain Cuttlefish, a vet of the Great Turf War, as you try to reclaim a source of ink power across nearly 30 stages. The campaign showcases some novel ideas, such as collectible scrolls that reveal more backstory concerning the Splatoon universe, and creative level design which rewards some experimentation. But some level types repeat a few times, bosses follow the typical 3-hit formula, and the player can breeze through most levels in a few minutes each. You'll likely polish off the solo experience in around 5 hours, and with everything else requiring multiple players, solo gamers may feel shortchanged. The only other offline mode is Battle Dojo, which does allow for local play as one person utilises the gamepad, while the other a controller and TV screen. It's certainly novel, but with only a single mode of play and a few maps, it also lacks longevity. So the main meat of Splatoon would come from online play, and in fairness, there is a lot to enjoy. Weapon variety is great, seeing you rewarded with more armaments as you level up and earn coin. Roller brushes show wider ink spread but shorter range, NZAP pistols offer accurate rapid fire, and you can even get Gatling guns, which require well-timed charges to use effectively. Firearms also come with a special move earned through points such as calling an airstrike, another factor to consider. You can also gain gear which have special slots that reward perks after earning XP, further incentivizing experimentation. The modes are also rather fun, seeing variations on control game types. Turf War sees you attempting to cover stages in the most ink possible, Splat Zones focus on a singular control point, Tower Control has you fighting to stay atop a moving tower, and Rainmaker places a potent weapon into the mix as you vie to return it to your base first. Even the online play would be let down by curious design choices. While only initially launching with 5 maps, additional stages would be added, bringing the total up to 16. There's a lot of great stages available, but map rotation proves a curious choice, limiting selection to 4 maps, 2 for ranked and 2 for unranked, every 4 hours. This leads to a lot of repetition during that time period, and potentially missing out on maps, as they even rotate during late night. Ranked is also a curious beast, as it requires you to earn 10 levels before becoming available. This meant newcomers would be stuck to the single mode of unranked, Turf War, until breaking that limit. While ranked cycles between the other 3 modes, they also change every 4 hours. Private Battle does allow you to set up custom matches at least, but it can still feel restricting for those without friends to invite. Ultimately, Splatoon proved a good time for those wanting an alternative to the myriad of military third-person shooters out there. A colourful presentation, plethora of quirky weaponry, unique setup and enjoyable modes come together to form an addictive time, though one which perhaps wouldn't appeal to solo players thanks to the brisk campaign. A lack of offline modes and restrictions on multiplayer can also be frustrating. However, the game would prove a solid starting point for a series that would continue beyond the Wii U, and with the consoles online shutting down as of April 2024, it will be sad to see this opening salvo lost to time.